moving to oneness. Nourishing curiosity. Embracing differences. Becoming one.
Just as it was getting dark outside, big snowflakes came from the sky, falling onto the plants and the ground, and within minutes there was this white, calm, soft, fluffy blanket covering everything. It was so beautiful, and because it's the first Advent, here we have a lot of lights in the gardens or around the homes, and even I have one on my terrace, one light chain with small lights. And this beautiful interplay then of a reflection of the light onto this lightness of weight, right? And that just gives such a beautiful atmosphere. I don't know what it does with you, but for me it is an extremely calming effect, or it has an extremely calming effect on me. So let's see what this effect brings for the recording of the Moving to Oneness podcast episode today. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm Meilin Ehlke. As you heard again, I'm here in Germany, bringing you my wisdom, all my thoughts, my stories, my songs and sounds to you. Yeah, this blanket, this softness, I've been speaking a lot about this softness, how important it is for us. We've had such a concentration on harshness around the world, in our lives, that this gives almost like an exhale to this harshness, this pulling together tightly. And it invites you, or for sure it invites me, and I think it invites also others, to settle into yourself, to expand. It puts a smile on your face. Because somehow then also it's not so cold outside. And it puts smiles and excitement onto the faces of our children. And I just remember my son, when he saw it snow, he was so amazed. There's a memory. And what is it? I ask you too. Think about, what does snow do to you when you see it fall? Does it bring blessings from the sky? Maybe like the Hawaiians say, and even a motto in his book, right? That water is not from here. It's from somewhere else, coming to our planet to support us. But in this crystallized version, it's an amazement, because each of these flakes is so different. And not just that it always comes down in the same amount. It doesn't matter if it is in drop form, if it's in mist, fog, stormy, fast, harsh rains like I've experienced in Georgia. Here in Germany, it's of a drizzle, seldom that is a stronger rain. Also the snow, right? Wherever it is, the snow, you can see it more, or it invites you to ponder and think about water and how it can transform before it later evaporates, because It did snow really also this morning. My son was still sleeping, but by the time he got up, young teenagers, right, they get up late, it had evaporated or had changed form. So how can you change form, or how do your ideas evaporate, or how do they crystallize into your mind or into the material world? This is really a beautiful metaphor to look at. Or your body, right? Why does it feel so comfortable? Or why do you feel so comfortable when you see snow and experience snow, or warm water, or you're at the ocean, or when you see the surface of a lake, or if you see a waterfall? There's a vibrancy, it's an invitation to enliven. So it enlivens us, it enriches us, it gives us the little oomph back. And let's stay with the snow. So because I suddenly have this beautiful image in my head of a cross-country skier in the snow and those trees. And it's quiet, it's soft. You maybe hear a crackling here and there, or the shh when you go with your skis over the surface and you compress the snow, or if you walk on the snow. I didn't dare step on my terrace yet. Sometimes, I've stepped outside then barefoot to greet. I'll probably do that tomorrow in the morning. To greet the snow and to welcome it and to feel the information on my soles of what it is bringing. But today I just loved the untouched surface and to look out onto it with no steps. Probably later there'll be some steps of birds or cats or some other creatures. Their playfulness walk when they touch the first time the snow. Even speaking about it now, it does something. And it's interesting. It really doesn't want to go one direction. It wants to keep us round. It wants to keep me around in the conversation, not diving in, to really sense the multiplicity or the multitude, the complexity, the vastness, the unending possibilities of what you can experience, what I can experience, what we can experience. Of it, if it's sports, if you sometimes maybe you hear the crackling of an avalanche. I hope you have not been under one. The sleigh, the joy, the laughter, and the playfulness. I think if something really strikes out of the snow for me, it's the playfulness. It's the playfulness already, how it comes down from the sky. They're so light, it plays in the flies in the wind. And then the playfulness of how it lands and how even in that moment transforms and converses with the surface that it touches. And the playfulness of how the ice crystals are created. And they're so beautiful and filigrane, I don't know what the name is now in English, but this fine, it almost looks like a fern, some of those. Some are very geometric, strong-edged. Then some are so intricate, really, really interesting. So looking at our personalities, it's the same. How we're built. Each person is built different body form. We react differently to certain things. This playfulness, I think sometimes we've lost it, or we don't cherish it as much anymore. So maybe today is the invitation to go within and ask, where is my playfulness? So where is your playfulness? Do you play? Do you allow your body to move into the playfulness, right? So you have to also become softer, more fluid. The movements, the way you move your hands, your arms, your feet, the way you walk, even the way you talk, the way you sit, even, right? So there is a fluidity, a playfulness, a lightness to all of those. Do you invite others to play with you, especially if you're a parent? Yeah? Do you let yourself play with your children? It's a little easier when they're younger because they're always this spirit of excitement, of a wonder, of a creation. They're so in the moment. The children see so the beauty in anything. They don't have those boundaries, right? When they look at something, and they don't box in what they look at. They stay open. Seldom there's judgment involved. Can you hone into that? Can you reconnect to that? Reconnect to your own experience. Connect to that of your children, and also when they're older, right? They still want to play, be invited, even though they're cool. If they're teeny. But if you get the right spot, even they have fun then. And now with that snow, and not all of you have snow, I know some of you are in the summer, maybe sweating, but then the water is running down maybe your face, and you interact differently. Then it's more of the splashing, right? If you think about it, the water goes into the other direction, upward, before it falls down. Yeah? So this playfulness. And how do you feel after you've been so playful? Like that snow out there, so soft and fluffy, relaxed, no tension within you. That's how it is for me. Or if you have a pet, right? Play with them. Even there, I think we don't play enough. I've seen myself, I said, my cat comes in running and playful and jumps against the wall because she comes in so fast that she has to take the corner in a different way or slow herself down by all four against the wall. That's a funny sight. Or with a fluffy tail, they come inside. Puccini, he does it this way. And he meows and he has fun because he has been so invigorated while he was outdoors. Or has seen something beautiful. Yeah, play with your dog, your bird, your horse, or even with your cow. There's so many animals. This playfulness, children play with, if you have grown up on a farmstead, right? They play with any animal. They're so open. So I invite you to do that too. Or how can you get playfulness into your work life? You're more creative probably. When you find a way to make it more fun, to find processes or new ways of approaching something and making it more playful. Even business meetings. So often there's, not enough laughter. Too serious. And people can't think so much because you tighten. Even the cells in our brain, they tighten our arteries and veins, right? The muscles are strong. We tighten everything, pull it all together. For a moment, it's okay, but then let go. It's like the water and the snow, how it transforms. There's a constant movement in all directions, up and down, and there's no stiffness. Often our bodies, I think, I've experienced it myself, it gets stiff in some ways because I haven't played with it. I haven't given it movement. Sometimes it goes so far it may be even painful. Or maybe because of not conversation, but to converse with your body. If you do feel density or tightness somewhere or pain, overcompensation, that's the word I was looking for. And see where it is not balanced. So it is this balance. And if you have balance in life, in your way you treat yourself, foods or movement, or work, in your relationship with your loved ones, sexually, there should be more play, right? Even there, mix it up, create, try new things. And that was Puccini's a little snore while he's sleeping right next to me, agreeing. Yeah, to see how you can expand and further out like you've never done before. And I think those energies that are right now, because it's changing so quickly, the frequencies, we're being invited in it. And then in some countries, the restrictions of Corona, again, we're being condensed, right? Or even locked in, or movability within our daily life is becoming restricted again for some of us, in wherever you live. It's different. Even if you're in solitude, how can you find playfulness? Maybe read a fun book, call someone, paint, cook, write some fun stories if you're a writer. Dance in funny ways you've never allowed yourself, and no one is looking when you're by yourself, so that's the fun part. And then again, if you do have snow like me, go outside and stand in it and let the snow fall on you. Touch it and see how playful the snow is with you, how it converses with you. Independent if you look at it, if you listen to it, if you maybe taste it, walk on it, feel it on your skin. Yeah, gives you different sensations, different memories become acute. And in it, a way, is also this calmness, this settling in with a knowingness. But not a knowingness like you know exactly what's going to happen, because the snowflake, does it know what happens the next moment when it falls down? No. But with a knowingness that you can handle whatever comes. And that you will find a beautiful solution to any problem, or a beautiful reaction. And if it's not right in the moment, and again, if you expand and you fall into the calmness, you then find it. You get rest, right? This also this restfulness and this calmness. And then again, with rest, you can look at something anew, with a new viewpoint. A few minutes later, a few hours later, a day later, a new reflections, new experience which you had given him different input. Yeah, look at what snow brings next to its white, beautiful color. And the snow right here on my terrace, it is this juxtaposition of the dark wooden surface and then this looseness and white, and as it comes closer to the house, right, because it's warmer in here, it changes its color because it becomes thinner and there are patches where the darkness comes through. So beautiful. So our landscape really is so beautiful. Our planet is so beautiful. I cherish all of it. Do you cherish it? Do you see its beauty? Do you see the beauty in everything that exists? I bet you do. So the song for you today that invites you and supports you, helps you, guides you to be in this calmness, to be able to be playful and transformable. It's almost like a shape shifting, which we can do really beautiful, right? And to exhale right into that, to relax into that, to be more part with everything that exists, that whatever you touch, you feel how you can merge into it and understand it and have a conversation with it. It doesn't matter what material, a person, a plant, an animal, clothing, or the snow outside, or the water that you're bathing in, and that you feel. I'm just looking out again. There's also these lights, right? That they flicker a little bit and have this playfulness and how they bring the light into the snow and how to highlight playfulness. Bum ba dum bum 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 da 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 bum 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 ba ba da da dum ba 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 da da dum ba 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 da da dum you know no you ba da da dum ba ba da da dum you Little one came later, second one. That was fun. This was also an interplay of a few beings to highlight even that we can play together more. Yeah, to highlight, to invite you to this spontaneousness, this skip in the step, right, in the walk, and to feel better. I bet you feel much better now, and there's a little fun that was in there. And that you keep that a little bit, and you provide it to others. Invite them to have fun with you, and to play with you, to celebrate, and maybe even run into the snow together, or explore the snow together. So thank you for listening and being there, and seeing the beauty of the world, of all existing. Feel the snow, the coolness, the softness, the gentleness, the calmness, the playfulness, and the uniqueness within it, but also within you. Have a wonderful time. I'm Meilin, Ehlke, the host of the Moving to Oneness.